my name is Racy, and I'm going to be giving the message for you today. It is a general message for Gemini and Gemini energy, so take it as it resonates and leave it if it doesn't, okay? For those of you not familiar with me or the channel, I do not sugarcoat my messages. I have no filter. I just read how I read. So if that is not your thing, or you got kids around, or you just don't appreciate that kind of a message in general, I'm always very respectful of that. I give you the opportunity to sign off now. Otherwise, I'm definitely just jumping into this energy for February 2021, right? So, Gemini. What is going on? Spirit, please. What is going on with Gemini and Gemini and energy for February 2021? What is going on with Gemini and Gemini and energy for 2021, the month of February? All right, here we go. Here we go. What is going on with Gemini spirit? What is going on this month? February 2021 for Gemini. Before I even look down at those cards, I'm already feeling as if there's a little bit of hesitation, Gem. Like you're restraining yourself or holding back. What is going on, Spirit? Yeah, you're chipping away at something that's alchemizing. Definitely needing to clear your throat, the ego, or pride, or control. Give me one more. Because I think holding back actually creates the storm. Okay, so we have the 10 of Wands on top with the 4 of Coin on bottom in the back face. This 10 of Wands is about feeling the burden on your spirit. Knowing that you need to start, I feel like, being a better version of yourself. Knowing what that better version of yourself is. And almost feeling like you can't be solid in it. That you're wandering a little bit. And I don't mean like cheating wandering. I mean like your soul feels like it's a little displaced. It's almost like dissociative. Like you know you're yourself, but you don't quite feel like yourself, and it's because there's something heavy on your soul. And I think it's this drive towards feeling like your life is under control and that it's stable. All right. Wanting to believe that it's under control and stable, and yet feeling like you don't quite have your own spiritual burdens lifted, which is making that difficult, right? And that's the point. This is the goal on the bottom of the deck, the underlying issue or what's coming for you through this energy of feeling separated from your solid self, okay? And that we're chipping away at something and something's alchemizing, right? With the Temperance card. It could also be really strong Sagittarian energy in your chart of your life. But the 3 of Coins is a soul contract that you have that is being worked on piece by piece, because you can see he's got the chisel and he's just chipping away. This is about working on the details, right? This is about perfecting a process where different elements are being mixed together in order to create gold, right? It's taking lesser energies and turning them into better energies. And I feel like whatever this is, or whoever this is an angel here for you, right? With the wings, they're definitely an angel here for you, helping you face your own mountains, because you can see the huge mountain behind her. Like she's left the mountain behind already. And it's about the details. It's about the details, right? Before you could put the finishing touches on things. With this energy, and I'm going to pull these cards out. I'm going to talk about these now. Spirit's guiding me to these now. We have the 4 of Swords with the 5 of Swords for 9 swords. This is about resting and retreating, feeling drained, feeling wise beyond your years and tired, and fights or arguments that on a soul level, you really do want to walk away from. You don't actually want to fight or argue or feel drained. You want to feel stable, like your reality is in control, that it's under control. And I feel like this might be the mental backflips you're doing, or why you're doing mental backflips. I think you're at war with something in your own mind with all these swords. I think you're at war with something in your own mind. And I almost feel like it's getting hard for you to accept that maybe you need to walk away from past arguments or past confrontations and really grow wise beyond your years and chill. Like wherever you are, chill, rest, relax, retreat. Because I think you're tired of fighting. I think you're tired of fighting in your own head. Like the past is the past. Now we have the Strength card clarified by the King of Swords. And there's a sickle here behind him. I think that there's something that you need to say or want to say. The lion wants to roar. The ego or the pride wants to roar. It wants to lash out. But you know that doing that is walking into a storm. I think this is why there's that resistance I was feeling. I think a part of your heart wants to let your ego rip, but you know that's literally walking into a shitstorm. And so you're holding yourself back, even though your heart's trying to pry the fur ball blocking the lion's throat. You know what I mean? It's like they're trying to release this fur ball, but it's like the fur ball is there because the ego was cleaning itself. You're trying to cleanse your ego, and you have to make sure that if your heart allows the residue of what the cleaning process was to come out, that you don't roar, because roaring is what's going to have your mind, right, the King of Swords, deal with facing a storm that you don't necessarily want to deal with. We have the 4 of Wands with the Hanged Man. And again, there's a sickle on the card. Someone who's passed away might be guiding you, to be fair. I feel like someone who has passed away, or someone who is dead to you, literally or metaphorically speaking, is trying to guide you, because I think that there's whenever I have this Hangman card in this face, it reminds me of the peanut gallery, but I'm definitely getting like social media. Okay. You're witnessing or experiencing some kind of happiness and bliss within yourself or within your own experience. Maybe you're with your divine counterpart right now and focusing on the past, focusing on what has been lost. And you need to start making heart over head decisions. That's what the Hanged Man is. It's a heart over head decision. Just like this is the heart dealing with the head, the ego, right? It's knowing that the heart is trying to clean out the residue of what's left. Like, I feel like you have a lot to be grateful for, a lot of joy, and it's getting through the past and away from the idea that people judge you for being different, that people judge you for not living the life that they've lived, that you've chosen a different path. You've chosen to hang upside down and be different than these people on the ground. You don't want your feet on the ground. You make heart over head decisions. You might have worn your heart on your sleeve. You might have given a lot of yourself too quickly and then felt judged for it. Right? Like people like, oh, there they go, making, you know, these decisions, you know, or making these choices. And when you feel judged or you feel like people are looking at you like you were wrong, that's when you want to roar. And it's like, you've done a lot of work for yourself. You don't want to put yourself in a situation where you're dealing with a storm. I feel like you're focusing on your legacy, what your soul is creating, and the truth and the clarity of your truth. I think who you are has always been who you are, and it's always been a beautiful person, maybe just misunderstood because maybe everybody else was thinking logically at the time. And they're not used to witnessing or dealing with people who make heart over head decisions. They look at it as stupid or foolish. However, that's your legacy. That's the truth. That's just you being who you are and being judged for it. And you want to scream at these people like, you don't fucking know me. And the whole thing is, you're not going to make them know you or understand you by screaming at them either. You're just going to get yourself all worked up. This statue back here, if you look at that statue, it looks like, and I've never really read it like this before, but it almost looks like the statue is pregnant. So you might have people that judge you for having children or multiple children, maybe by multiple people because you've trusted multiple partners over the course of your life, but you are creating the legacy of yourself. You are creating, you are in your master creator energy, whether you realized it or not. Whatever you were focusing on bringing into the reality, and if it's not children, it might have been your projects that were like your children, you know what I mean? And you just went from one project to the next project, to the next project, to the next project, and the next this, and the next that, and never really settled on one, and maybe people judge you for that. Like, oh, they're all over the place. Gemini doesn't know what the fuck they want to do with their life. Like, no, Gemini was just being authentic, trying different things, going through different phases. So you went through a lot of phases that maybe other people didn't go through, or maybe they didn't go through in that order. Maybe they look at you like you have it all backwards. It doesn't really matter. I feel like if you start to take root in your truth and accept your truth, that you never really fit inside their box anyway, you might have been outside rolling snake eyes and crapping out with all of your choices or all of your phases. But at the end of the day, with the Tower in the reverse and the Six of Wands in the reverse, I feel like you had to go through multiple losses and multiple reality crashes in order to get to where you are. In order for you to get to this place where you can truly love yourself and the journey that you've been on. This is chipping away at all the past, quote unquote, failures deemed by other people and not looking at them as failures or mistakes anymore. You were on your own authentic path. And maybe you put your eggs in the wrong baskets, and maybe you could have made better choices for yourself, and maybe there were things you could have said, done differently. But this is the spiritual weight that you're holding now, and it is dissociating you from yourself when really you have something maybe right in front of you right now that is completely stable, that is long-term, that is something that helps you maintain control. I think you might be used to the erratic. I think you might be used to the tower coming down. I think you might be used to the hard-fought, bloody victories. Like, you win in the end, but it was fucking hard. And it's like you're finally feeling like you can, I think you're finally looking at the idea of letting it go. I don't think you have let it go. I think you're still very much criticizing yourself. And I think it's other people's opinions in your head, or even society's opinion in your head, that you fucked up or you made mistakes when you didn't. You were just living your life in the journey that was authentically your own. It's not your fault that other people don't understand it or understand you or see the beauty and the strength that you've gotten, right? You heard that ding. The beauty and the strength that you've received through facing storms in the past. You went through multiple cycles in your life that many people don't understand, don't agree with, judge, talk about, whisper about. They don't fucking know you. They don't know you. They don't know what was in your highest good. They don't know what choice seemed better than the other. They don't understand wearing your heart on your sleeve. They're closed off. You were trusting. Don't lose that part of yourself. Don't lose that part of yourself, because that's your strength. You don't have to carry all these things that you experienced like burdens. Because who you are and your trust and your ability to reinvent yourself and recreate yourself and go through all these different experiences is ultimately what led you to stability. Is ultimately what led you to this mirror, this pristine mirror of a reality where all of the elements are present. All the alchemical elements are present. The alchemy is happening. I feel like this 3 of coins, this contraction to detail that you're moving through, the 4 of coins comes next. You're just chipping away at it to get to this final place of, okay, I'm stable. With all the crazy shit that I have been through and all the judgments that I have been through. Damn if anybody's going to judge me now, and I sure as shit am not going to judge myself. Maybe you've been feeling alone for a long time. Even if you were in different relationships over the years, even if you were in different experiences where you felt like you had people close to you and then you lost them and felt alone again, you know, it's realizing that anything that didn't work out for you before, you dodged a bullet. And anything that was a hard-fought victory was still a fucking victory. And even if it's a half-assed victory, it's not a total loss. And ain't that the fucking truth? It is not a total loss. If you went on some crazy fucking experience, journey, life, that nobody else had the balls to take, and you came out on top with stability, did you really lose? No. Spirit, what's the guidance? What's the guidance for Gemini? Loving actions, right? It's my Whispers of Love deck. I use it as an action deck. Yeah, you're getting to know someone who's a stable counterpart Card number 44, getting to know each other. Learning to meet another's need for love is important for a relationship to grow. Don't not give of your trusting heart, right? The heart on your sleeve. Don't forget that's who you are. Just because your heart on your sleeve put you in some pretty rough situations prior doesn't mean that who you are isn't who you are for a reason, because this person needs the heart on your sleeve. Understand their needs for love in a relationship and your needs for love in a relationship. Because I feel like whoever you're with now in your experience is fulfilling the needs that are really your needs. I feel like they're more than just someone who you can learn from or someone who's teaching you a karmic lesson. I feel like this is a sacred soul that's, right, double fours. Card number 44. And the 4. You know, the temperance is 14. 4 of wands, like 4 of swords. You're allowed to rest, retreat, and walk away from the bullshit and be fucking happy. Give happy, be happy, receive happy. It's your turn. You know, being who you are is fucking awesome because you survived crazy life and still found stability. And a lot of people can't say that. A lot of people are still looking. Because they didn't fucking live and they didn't learn. People are crapping out and you're not. You're not crapping out. Card number 41, like more 4s. Do something for someone else. Give your attention to someone else. You know, like if someone is in your reality and they're loving you and they're creating stability, don't let your spiritual burdens that you've gone through separate yourself from who you are. Make sure that you're fully loving someone. Make sure that you're fully considering them and treating them like they're special. Because they are. Because they are. They're the merman to your mermaid. Soulkin, you know, they fucking understand. They might have gone through some crazy shit too, or they were making, you know, head over heart decisions too. And now, yeah, this is your time to receive with love and appreciation. Receiving something lovingly from others is a way of showing love. And that's no different. When another receives the love that you have in your consideration of them, they know it. They know it. Be able to say thank you. Be able to say thank you. Don't reject someone's love. If you're receiving something lovingly from others, it's a way of them showing love to you. If they're doing you favors, if they're making your life easier any way they can, even if it's small, like if they're thinking of you, considering you, if they're considering the people that you love and consider. You know, if they're making it a priority to prioritize the people in your life that are important, you know, it's about saying thank you. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. Really, 34, another fucking 4s on there. You know, this is about your ability to truly love the stableness. Love the consistency. Love the fact that it's not changing. And they're going to love the fact that you're solid and you're consistent too. And leave the whole changing, erratic energy behind. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. It doesn't fucking matter who judges you or your choices or the people that you love or the people that love you. Fuck them. Love and light, like, wish you nothing but the best. But they don't have any right to judge you. Your quote unquote mistakes that they look at and be like, oh yeah, they made a lot of mistakes. Fuck you. They weren't fucking mistakes. I was living my fucking life the way I wanted to live my life. They weren't fucking mistakes. None of my choices were mistakes. They were hard fought victories. I lived. I truly and fully lived. Gave birth to legacy after legacy after legacy in my life. Literally or metaphorically speaking. don't let anybody fucking judge you. You're allowed to grow old and be happy and feel full. And so is whoever you're with or interested in, whoever your partner is. Don't let anybody make you feel like it's a mistake, especially if they're from your past and you already had to claim a victory over that fucking war. You know who your partner is. After all is said and done, you know who's got your back. You know you've won. So, that said, Gem, I hope it helps. Until next time. Bye, everyone.